Good morning. I'm KC reporting on this Sunday morning, August 6th. It's hard to believe that we are in August. I think there's about 48 days until fall. So happy Sunday morning to you. We are up and at it and piecing the stores back together. We are going to pop open today at the main store, KC Collections, from 11 until 3. So we are still standing, and wow, when we say that we've got all our fall out and it's blowing out as quickly as we've been putting it out the last couple of months, I believe someone must have heard that memo yesterday because everyone was in a fall buying mood as I talk to the team here at the main store and also kind of look at the store. So we're going to be piecing it back together. And we are here in case you wanted to come today. I was very doubtful we were going to still be standing this morning after having KC2 open yesterday. It was a wild day at both stores. And as always, we are very, very grateful for your business. But we are here today at the main store from 11 until 3. Don't forget, miscellaneous is also open today. New hours on Sunday, 11 until 3. The nice thing is it gives my mom some time and I, before, not today, because of course I'm working, and after, to be able to get together if we want to do that or if we have some projects we need to take care of. So it just makes sense for us both to kind of be on the same schedule, but we'd love to have you out. This week's topic is going to be all about shades of white. And white can vary by Amish vendor, and you can see whether you're looking at hutches or tables or small accent pieces that I'm going to try to focus on, a little bit more as well, and show you some of our new furniture pieces now that we have them displayed, because this was a big furniture week. It can really vary by vendor. This is antique white, but it really looks cream. I mean, there's no two ways about it. It's more of a buttermilk white, and you can see displayed on a maple table set, kind of how that looks. The hutches and bookcases are, for this particular vendor, they are all pine. So it blends just fine, but typically the stains and paints take a little differently, whether the wood is pine or whether it is maple or other woods. So you can see there just a little bit that it's a little bit brighter on the chair. It's not as defined in person as the camera is showing it, but that's definitely one shade of white. Now, probably our most popular shade of white is antique white. And antique white is nothing more than bright white. And let me show you that. Here's the inside of the cabinet. It's bright white, but it's got an antique gray rub over on it. And that's probably our most popular of the whites. I'm not going to tell you it's my favorite. I've kind of tried to move it out of the store numerous times, and it's not. People love it, and it's got that little bit of more of a rustic look, if you will. You can also see right here in our economy line of furniture how this particular line of furniture is also more of a buttermilk color. And kind of going from afar, you can see the difference in the table and the chair over there versus this buttermilk white. I think it's definitely more defined as far as cream is concerned. And of course, you can see it up there too. The one thing you have to concern yourself with pine wood on the smaller pieces is possibility of bleed through. So bleed through is a yellow tinger stain you see right there that can come through on a knot, or it can come through as streaking. But 90% of our customers that buy this color, they just say it adds character. Taking a look at some of our pretties. Yesterday we didn't have the shelves in. This is our satin vendor Sealy. And it looks a little more cherry, if you will, than other vendors' Sealy. So we are going to have some discussions with him about that. But I do think it's a nice shade, and we are talking shades of white. But I did want you to see these beautiful new pieces that we haven't had in store before in this particular color. So again, good morning. Thanks to everybody that came out yesterday. It was a wild day at both stores. KC2 was open yesterday, and you know me, when I get in that mood, it was a wild day. We'll see if we can get KC2 open again. We were scheduled for September 2nd, the first Saturday. we're just going to have to see. At this point, only God knows. I don't. Even the team and myself did not know what was going to happen yesterday. Just had some things laid on my heart, and that's why KC2 had the event that it did. And boom, I just listened to my instincts and my little voice. So there you go. We're going to be working at KC2 this morning to kind of see what's left there. Is it worth opening again for our customers? What the deal is. So I will tell you when I know what's going on, hopefully with some more notice than the event that happened yesterday. But with that being said, it was scheduled to be open, so I'd hoped it was on your calendar anyway. Here in the back, and if you were there, quite a number of people were very happy with their take yesterday, their loot that they got for sure. So you can see in the background, there's antique white. Again, these are all showing up on pine pieces. There is a possibility, and we've ordered a number of times, we always have to check with the vendor, of getting this large hutch in an all maple hutch. Because if you're going to buy a table like this is a color called White Cloud. It's a little bit lighter than bright white, so it isn't so stark white, and I wish I had something to be able to put right beside it that was bright white to show you, but I don't have it here at the main store. But you can definitely see that compared to White Cloud, antique white looks a little bit dingy, looks a little bit more primitive, and again, continues to be the number one seller of our whites. But if you're looking at a table like this, and we had a customer or customers in yesterday that love this color of White Cloud, they want it in likely a 48-inch round pedestal, and they want it to be an extension table. But the other part of the deal is they need a hutch, and they don't want that bleed through. So they're that 1 out of 10 that we occasionally get. 10% of the customers that choose white have a concern about bleed through. Well, just talk to us. We need to talk about the long run when we're talking about white, so we can make sure that we can get you everything that you need related to that. So that's a little bit about Shades of White. It'll be likely our focus this week in our email. But if you're out and you're trying to get a jump start on fall, I'll tell you, again, come on in, because what we have is out. We got some of our best floral in around the 20th or the 21st. We're going to continue to put our centerpieces certainly back together today. Yesterday was a big home decor fall day here at the main store. So many thanks for coming in and being patient with the team as I was at KC2 yesterday with that great group of customers that came down there. Again, Miscellaneous is open today, just 35 minutes north. We've got new fall displays there. We've got a new Christmas displays at Miscellaneous. So if you haven't been there recently, you're definitely missing out. I've started taking some smaller pieces of furniture there. We just got a big batch of the economy line of furniture here. So as I can get my feet back on the ground from a very busy travel week and furniture week here, I'll get some more loaded up, and in the coming weeks, and try to make the back half of that store more what you're looking for. You've been asking for furniture over the years, and at Miscellaneous, smaller accent pieces, and I haven't responded. But with that being said, I've got a great dose now in the pipeline that's earmarked especially for that store. This one you can see, if we're talking about whites, this is the antique white. So we got that showing up in a little small table, little round table. Taking a look at the fall as we go along, you can see our centerpieces, nothing like a little fall owl. Again, they got picked apart a bit yesterday, and that's always a good thing, right? Job security. So we'll be putting them back together today. But some of the most beautiful wreaths of the season are still here right now at KC Collections. And you know our normal hours, you know what they are. They're Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 9 until 5. And then occasionally we've been popping open on Sundays. And I guess we all ate our Wheaties yesterday and drank our coffee because we're like, yep, we're going to open up tomorrow. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Maybe we were just energized by all the traffic. I don't know. But whatever the reason, maybe it was our vitamin B. I don't know. But we're going to be here today because we know not everyone can come on Saturdays. So we'd love to see you from 11 until 3. Our bedroom furniture has become very popular lately. We're running a bit low. You can see we've got a nightstand, a king-size bed in Black Michael's Cherry, a 6-drawer dresser and a mirror. Don't worry, I got plenty in the pipeline. You've responded, so I'm going to respond. We're going to bring in multiple shades. Of course, we're going to backstock this one like nobody's business, and I had it backstock. And hey, how do you sell bedroom furniture? You set it up and display it. A novel idea. We just had to have room. But we've got plenty of the Black Michael's Cherry coming in. I'm also bringing in other colors of bedroom furniture in chest of drawers so that you'll be able to see what different color palettes look like and not having to imagine it so much. So I'm pretty excited. We'll be getting in some colors with our smoke and our kind of our grays. I'm sure that I also brought in the antique white Michael's Cherry because that's one of our most popular combinations in bedroom as well. So we'll definitely, as the months go on here, and it does feel like the turnaround time for the furniture is coming down. So just throwing that out there. You know, pre-pandemic, it was about 8 weeks. Remember, it's made for you. So real wood, real Amish furniture, affordable prices made for you when you place an order. So we're about around 3 months, you know, loosely around 3 months. We are occasionally, no promises, but we are occasionally now, which is nice, seeing things come back a bit quicker. We can't promise that. You know, we need you to be comfortable with the time frame we give you, but there are occasions that things are coming back sooner. So I'm optimistic about that, but the other side of that is I'm going to still quote a little bit longer because I got to have a truck full to make it make sense to make that journey, especially as gas prices go up. I'll tell you, this week in Pennsylvania, one of the places that I monitor, the gas price was $3.99. So, you know, here where it's like $3.59 or whatever, I think it's like $3.59 in our little town. You know, and I think, oh my gosh, here we go again. Well, when I saw $3.99, I thought I'm going to drive on fumes until I can get back to the $3.50 something. So, you know, just kind of thinking about that whole concept all over again. So good morning, and thanks for everyone that's always so loyal about tuning in and watching our lives. We appreciate it. You know, the goal of all this, it's hard to, you know, because essentially talk to yourself until someone, you know, makes a comment there. But it's hard to do the lives. You might think it's easy, but it isn't, because it's like, what do I tell them? What have I told them? So, and it's just kind of winging it as we go along. But you can see that lots of accent pieces. We continue. We got a huge shipment this week of the accent pieces. You can see shades of white, a round table turned upside down. Again, the economy line is more of the buttermilk look. So it can definitely go very well with our satin vendor. And if you're looking for a situation with you like a piece, but you need it in a different color, just talk to us, because as things slow down a bit with the furniture vendors, and they can't tell me that it hasn't slowed down. They're not always ones to want to admit that, but I do think that their orders from other stores have slowed down. So that means they become more willing to do this and to do that, and maybe not so quick to say, you know, no, I can't do this, or no, I can't do this custom piece. So just talk to us, because possibly things that were no's in the past, you know, we couldn't get them to do, we may be able to get them to do. So just throwing that out there. Our economy line, little small bathroom cabinets or trash bins, you can see whether you want raised panel or the silver star. We can always get the copper star as well, but we certainly have those. As we take it down through here, I always neglect to say a lot about TV stands, but you can see as we're talking about shades of white, this is our economy line TV stand in a shade of white with a Kona top, meaning this is their version of antique white. So more like the satin version. Taking it to the very back and looking at some more of whatever it is you are looking for. Whether you're looking to spice up your tabletop with some bright colors, you know, you're not quite ready for fall, but you love sunflowers. For me, they're year round. I love sunflowers. Well, we've got it. If you're looking for a table lamp, we have them too. If you need it in a different shade and a different size, just ask us. We had someone wanting I think it was this black one yesterday, black and white, but they needed it in a 12-inch. You know, we can do all kinds of custom orders, and we're delighted not only for the business, but to have that personal touch and get what a customer wants in for them. So that kind of makes us feel good. And you know what? Shop local, keep it local, right? So as always, here we go with our big TV stand and how we can make an entertainment center out of it. Bookcases, again, shade of white right there on the right-hand side. You can see it's that buttermilk color. Taking it along here just a little bit, we've had a number of folks needing large storage cabinets. So those are across the back wall, whether we're looking at a pantry, as it's called, when it has long doors like this one, 2 doors that open on the top and 2 doors that open at the bottom. Or when we get into our economy line of furniture, notice for this particular one, it's 2 doors. So they open all the way up, but those have become very, very popular in just recent days, kind of picking steam back up again. This is actually a gray color. I know that it can kind of look white on the camera, but it is a gray color. So bookcases are something that we are also trying to get better stocked in. The beautiful Michael's Cherry that we haven't had before from our satin vendor. And trying to get them not only in large bookcases, but also in small bookcases. Our ever so popular 42-inch single door pie safes, you can see shade of white right there. That's our economy line with the hinges on the outside. And then contrast that to, again, these are all called antique white, but you can see in the forefront over on the left, this is our main line of furniture, and that's that antique white. So big, big differences. And the last few weeks, I think over a month now, the team and I've worked really hard to kind of go through the different colors. You know, we started with the grays, we started with blues, if memory serves me. And it's starting to not do that so much anymore. But we started with the blues, and we went into the grays, and then we went to the shades of green and shades of black and shades of white. So hopefully just looking at the different colors has helped a little bit. And if you don't get our emails, I think you're really missing out, because we are on a path to get those out weekly now, crossing my fingers since I'm behind again. I had the contractor doing other projects, but I'm behind again, so I don't have this week's Tuesday at 11 a.m. email ready, but hopefully we'll get it ready. With that being said, we've tried to break things down and, you know, not only include our lives that we drop over to YouTube in the emails, but also just other things that are going on in the store or other products that we're focusing on with the topics. If you have a topic that you'd love to see us focus on, just let us know. A few of my ideas that will be coming up, of course, are the wood tones. That's a given. But also, you know, big things and small things. And that sounds kind of weird, but, you know, are you looking for an island, but you need it to be, you know, 5 feet wide? Are you looking for a frame print, but you need it to be 24 by 36, the print itself? But you want it to be much larger when you add the frame. Well, how do we do that? Well, we add a larger frame and we add a liner. Are you looking for, let's say, 84-inch panels and we don't have them? How can we help you? Well, we can custom order. You know, are you looking for smaller things? Do you need a little mini island? Do you need a frame print, but you can't take these big frame prints and you want them in, let's say, a 6x9 or a 5x7 or an 8x10? Well, again, you know, our framers all of a sudden become very agreeable to letting us place orders for those rather than me having to just pick from whatever is there. You know, smaller things. You need a twin size quilt. We don't stock those. Can you get it? You need a twin size bed. You need a full size bed. You know, anything related to bigger and smaller are some topics that we're thinking about focusing on as we move through our emails. But the other good thing about getting our emails, and for those folks that don't do Facebook, and of course you're on here and you do, but just let folks know, go to our website, sign up at thekcstores.com. And you can get our emails, so that way you would know, yesterday morning, wow, she's fallen and hit her head, and you know what it means when I get in the mood, right? that means I've gone crazy, hit my head, I'm going to lose money, and you're going to get like crazy deals below cost. So that's kind of what happened yesterday morning, and an email did go out. So help us spread the word to your friends. And if they don't want to watch the lives and they don't want to, let's say, go on to YouTube and watch them, then, hey, an email is a great way to stay in the loop for sure. With that being said, we've got to get to work. You can see we've got holes everywhere. We love holes because that means that things have moved along. We are here from 11 until 3 today. We'd love to see you. Get your fall sooner rather than later. And, you know, when it's gone, it's gone. And I always say hallelujah to that, right? Believe it or not, it's time for me to start thinking about spring orders. In retail, you never live in the present. But in order to get you quality product in the pipeline, that's just how it rolls. So it's time to start thinking spring. Believe it or not, you don't live in the present. But I sure do like changing from season to season and seeing all the different colors. And you know, there's nothing like Virginia where you can have a couple seasons all in 1 week in this beautiful part of the world that we live in. So until our paths cross again, enjoy the journey. Let's be grateful for each and every day. I'm talking to myself as well. And if you're still wanting those inspirational posts to keep coming, just let me know that. You know, I don't want to wear it out. I look at them each and every night. I just find that's a great way to decompress. And I've shared them for the last 3 weeks. Not getting as much coverage or people sharing them or liking them as before. And that's fine. I don't want to wear it out. But if it's something that you really like, then I want to keep it coming. And if you have a topic for this week. But for right now, I don't have any plans for those inspirational posts this week. But again, I have them, I read them, and I'm delighted to share them. But just let me know if that's something that you really like. For now, I'm signing off for the incredible, the mighty, the KC team. They held down the main fort yesterday here at the main store, as I had no doubt they could. But we're grateful for our extra support staff that were in to help me be calm at KC Collections too, because we only had one furniture specialist here at the main store and take care of all the customers that came there. I got to tell you, if anyone's blessed on planet Earth, I'll tell you I am. I have the best customers in the world. I have the best team in the world. We're small, we're mighty, and I have the best suppliers in the world. And so with that, we're going to keep that wheel turning, and we're going to keep all things KC coming to you just like we always do. Be blessed and have a great day.